Hey guys, it's Floda, and welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today, I'm going to go through days 106 to 110 of my journeys on my island called Mootopia. Now, this video is going to be interesting because on day 106, a brand new summer update came out for Animal Crossing New Horizons, making us able to swim in the ocean. Which is crazy because this was a newly feature that wasn't in New Horizons before, and now we're finally able to swim through the ocean like beautiful sea creatures. So let the summer vibes begin, and let's get right into it. First off is day 106, and opening up my mailbox, I get a ton of letters from my villagers, as well as a letter from Nintendo and Nook Shopping. Inside of two of the letters were some presents. ACNH gave me a mounted black bass, and Nintendo gave me a snorkel mask. Walking into the plaza, Kix was selling his usual dandy merchandise of shoes, socks, and bags, and the pleather shoulder bag really caught my attention, so I decided to buy it. It was a nice blue color. But what really caught my attention was the brand new wetsuit available at Nook's Cranny, because the summer update came out today, which was pretty epic because now we're able to swim in the ocean. I still can't believe that we can actually do this, so I just bought the suit that was in stock, which was a very putrid yellow color, but you know what? It does not matter. The sea creatures are within our grasp. After doing a little bit of errands, I decided to finally swim, and that front flip was so worth it. It's kind of crummy that it was raining for the first time that we were swimming, but hey. At least I got to see you know what? I'm just not going to say that. After swimming for a while, I learned that there are brand new Nook Miles objectives that involve swimming and diving. Now that you're able to catch a ton of sea creatures underneath the water, of course they have to have new Nook Miles objectives, right? Because Nook runs the whole entire dang Capitalist Island. I did not expect this. Also, the Critterpedia updated because of these new sea creatures, and you're actually able to donate a ton of them to the museum. I believe there's like 40 or more of these sea creatures, which is really nice. Even though they're really small, they're really charming. After swimming for a little while and diving for sea creatures, I caught a scallop for the very first time, and this little hunky red hippie dude decided to hop in. This is what he said.
Hey man, about that scalp of yours, can I have it?
After thinking about it for a little while, I decided to say no because I really needed the scallop for the museum. So he just kind of swam away. But when I found another scallop for the second time, he decided to pop out of the water once again. And I knew there was something a little bit fishy happening. Is he high off of scallops? Joking aside, I decided to give the scallop to Pascal because he seemed like a very generous and humble man, and this is what he had to say after he got the scallop.
Since you were cool about the scallop, I left you a cool recipe and returned the pearls and you need. The recipe are rare, but you find them on the ocean floor. I keep my eye open for them too, and I might even trade you a scallop if I find one. Forget give and take. This is called give and give. That's how we all win, you dig? Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to lay some truth on you. The deep kind. Feel this. One otter's trash is another otter's recycling. Blue-green, it's so hard to tell those bins apart, man. Wrap your noodle around that. Yep, today's a good day.
Pascal's my homie. After collecting a ton of sea creatures from the ocean, I decided to donate some to the museum. These new sea creatures can be found in the fish tank area of the museum, and it looks so much more lively in here. Some of the exhibits were a little bit boring because there was really nothing to them except the fish, but the creatures give them a nice little touch of life. I don't know, I just like the sea creatures. They're super adorable and they are respected in my books. After exploring the museum for a little while, Kyle and Renee were talking. Take a look. Next up, I decided to go to Octavian's house to see what he was doing, and it seemed like he was partying with Blanche. Some sort of sunglasses party. Is it a moon vacation? Like, what's happening? But it's still funny to see my villagers interact like this. Like, seriously, this is such a meme. A little bit later on, Renee decided to talk to me about something that was kind of important to her. Renee and Agnes recently got into a dumb fight over something stupid, probably over like a chocolate bar or something, and Renee wanted to make it up to her by bringing Agnes a present, which I think Renee really lost the fight and wants to give Agnes a reward for beating the crap out of her. Like, seriously, how does a rhino lose to a squirrel? But nonetheless, I decided to give Renee's gift to Agnes, and it turned out to be a dotted raincoat. Agnes decided to wear it, and she loved it so much that she wanted to apologize to Renee as well. Which is, you know what? At least this friendship is back together again, right? I'm still a little bit salty that Renee, the big buff rhino girl, lost to a squirrel, but you know what? That's for a different day. Turning to nighttime, Blanche decided to give me a pep talk? Or just a scolding over something? JK, it's just Blanche being her stupid little self and teaching me a reaction by being dramatic. This is very intense. Next up is day 107, and opening up my mailbox, I get a special letter from Rudy, but it wasn't just a normal present that was a part of it. Opening up the present, Rudy gave me a tremendous statue, a piece of art. This is the second person to give me art, besides Kyle. And this statue actually looks pretty legit, so I decided to go over to the museum, and indeed, it was real? I'm just a little bit confused because I know that I donated 2 things, but just to make sure, I went into the art gallery, and it sure was real. Thank you, Rudy, for the free piece of art. And in a joking fashion, this statue seems to be Pascal's bed. I'm sorry, but I just can't get it out of my head. After admiring a red otter in the museum, Rhonda decided to talk to me about the different species of fish, and she wanted me to catch her a saltwater fish for her collection. I immediately gave her a clownfish, which was like the first fish that I found, and she was really happy about it. And in return, she decided to give me a piece of clothing, which specifically is a lacy tank. And on my daily gifting spree, which only applies to Blanche because she's the only villager that I need a photo from, she decided to give me a meme shirt in return. Which is a little bit strange because I feel like Blanche is more of a grandma. She has that grandma persona, so I don't think she knows what a meme is. And to end off the day, Kyle and Renee were talking again, but this time Kyle wanted to change his autobiography or his branding to YOLO. Great. Now it's time for day 108, and opening up my mailbox, I get my usual Happy Home Academy score, which is always beautiful. 72,000 points this time, which means I get an amazing trophy. And also, Kyle sent me a gift with a present, which was a little bit mysterious. And opening up these presents, the Happy Home Academy gave me the bronze HHA trophy that is available once you hit 70,000 points. I'm not even trying to decorate my house, but I get a bronze trophy. Yippee, I am so pumped. And then opening up Kyle's gift, he gave me a mystic statue. It was a little bit strange because yesterday Rudy gave me a tremendous statue, aka Pascal's bathtub, or bed. But I wanted to see if this statue was real, and giving it to Blathers, it's fake. Because, Kyle's just fake news when it comes to art. This is the second piece of art that was a fraud. And to put this out of context, I think he sent my mom in the mail this time. So he sent his mom in the mail last time, but then he sent my mom in the mail last time. You know what? Kyle, what is with your mom fetish? Okay, I regret saying that. Can we move on now, please? Next clip, Flota. Nope, you embarrassed yourself. Next clip now, please. Fine. Next up, I decided to go swimming for a little bit, and Pascal appeared once I got a scallop. Now, the thing about Pascal is every time you get a scallop, your first scallop of the day, Pascal is able to receive it from you, and you're able to get special mermaid recipes and pearls, and some advice like this.
You know the difference between a boulder and a grain of sand? Just like size, man.
And a little fun fact about Pascal, once again, you can swim to the netting area and you can see him out of bounds, which is pretty cute. Now it's time for day 109 and opening up my mailbox, or in this case, fishing open up my mailbox. Rhonda decided to give me a gift in part of her letter, and she talked about her obsession of cooking, which is very lovely. And jumping right out of the grotto area, aka my house, there was a lost book on the ground, which struck me with curiosity. But first I had to go to the plaza to see what Kix was selling, and unfortunately, it was kinda crap. Opening up my inventory filled with random junk, including the lost item, I was able to investigate the lost item, and it was talking about an introductory guide to bonsai trees. A fun fact about this investigation feature is that you can only investigate the lost item if you have a specific friendship value with your villagers. So, it's a little bit of a nice touch. Running around the island like a lunatic, Octavian wanted my attention, and he wanted me to change his Booyah This Way V-Mode catchphrase. So I decided to do just that. And the end result was Kenza, 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 because the only meta in Splatoon 2 is Kenza weapons. And he seems to enjoy that meta too. But anyways, back to the lost item quest, I decided to give the lost item to Rhonda because she's into books and she's into a lot of different things. But surprisingly, this isn't actually her book to bonsai trees. It was actually Rooney's, and he was right outside Nook's Cranny, so I decided to give it to him, and it's pretty surprising to learn that Rooney really wants to learn about bonsai trees. And in return, he gave me a Raglan shirt. After over 50 days of collecting money, that's right, 50 days, I was finally able to pay off the right room of my house, which is great. And you know what's even better? I can be greedy and go straight to Tom Nook to get a brand new upstairs, which costs 1.2 million bells. Fine, I'll pay it off, Tom Nook, you greedy little snitch. After the chaos occurred in Town Hall, I decided to check what the villagers were doing today, and it seems like Blanche, Octavian, and Agnes were working out. Blanche with her old lady muscles, Octavian with suction cups, and Agnes, who is looking like a derp. Rudy, get out of the picture. I know that you have fleas. Please, clean yourself. With everything important out of the way, Pascal decided to pop up once I started swimming and getting a scallop, and he gave me this quote.
You can't worry about people thinking you're fake. Everything you do is real unless you're like a hologram.
And as Pascal would say, today is a good day. The last thing to happen to me for the day was Rhonda teaching me a brand new reaction. But she had to follow it up with, of course, a tragic story about laundry, because that's what Rhonda's all about, that awesome, awesome laundry. But anyway, she was just a little sad and she wanted to teach me about it. As now it's time to end off today's video with day 110. What a great number. What a great even number to end off this video on. Opening up my mailbox, I get amazing presents from Rhonda, Deli, and the Happy Home Academy congratulating me on my new upstairs area. Yippee! Epic house development. And with my new upstairs and all of the main rooms being pretty much installed into my house, the last addition that I need is the basement. Nonetheless, walking up the stairs, I was greeted by a rather large room. This is definitely larger than any of the other rooms that I have in my house so far, and just like most of those rooms, I have absolutely no idea how to decorate this. Good job, Flota. But something that was well worth the wait and well worth the money that I spent paying off the loan was that Tom Nook is now offering new siding for my house, which is pretty lovely. The old siding was a little bit not the best, but with so many options of siding, roofs, doors, and mailboxes, I really want to make my house look pretty perfect. Because my house is currently located in the grotto area of my island, I really wanted it to look like a gnome or rustic troll style house. I decided to pick some cobblestone siding with a nice green texture to make it look nicer and a little bit more rustic, but also modern. I like the green color, and I especially like the black roof. I also gave the house a purple-ish door that resembles my fondness for Mutu, because, you know, my YouTube channel is totally not based off of Mutu at all. I also decided to have a simple square mailbox, not anything too fancy, because I really wanted it to stay nice and classic. Oh, look out, everybody. Flora's swimming in the ocean, chasing an amazing sea creature, which seems to be pretty rare because it is zooming and farting around in the water. Oh my god, Flota, are you playing Clam Blitz? That is a nasty mode, you ugly piece of trash. Get that thing out of here. Later that night, Rooney wanted to change his catchphrase from, I think it was yo-yo YOLO, so I decided to change it to Aussie because Aussie rules. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Hopefully you enjoyed. This might have been one of the shorter videos, considering it didn't consist of, like, I think this only consisted of 5 days, so it was definitely one of the shorter ones. Hopefully the summer update gives you a ton more stuff to do thanks to swimming and so much new mermaid furniture and all of that jazz. And just like Pascal always says,
Friendship isn't about your crew alone. You never know when you'll need all hands on deck for a storm.
today's a good day, alright, and I'll see you all in the next video.